Sue, and I'm back again with another anime review. Recently, I was looking on Amazon and a actually I saw a preview of this on Funimation's website on YouTube, and I thought, this kind of reminds me of Genshiken a little bit. You know, this group of people that are in a club together and they watch anime and they review um, manga and they go to conventions together. But this has one element that's within that common thread, which is the whole club atmosphere. And the anime is called Haganai, and of course there's Senna and Yozora. And Senna's the blonde, and Senna, she's the president of the school, and her father's rich. And what's so funny is we figure out that his name's Pegasus of all things, and he and Kodaka's father, apparently they had some sort of friendship going on way back when, and that's revealed later on in the series, which is it's really intriguing. But you got all these different characters. You've got Kodaka. He's got some English background, so his hair's kind of dirty dishwater blondish, ravenish, and that's the only thing that he inherited from his mother. It's kind of a sad story. She passed away. I'm not sure, they didn't really go into how she died, but Kodaka, I love his character because he comes across as kind of a punk, and when I first saw him, I thought of that one Seiji. I don't know if his name's Seiji, or I can't remember the name of this particular character, but he's on Durarara, and it just kind of reminded me of the same kind of characteristic, even though that particular character's blonde and smokes a cigarette. But it just looked like the same guy. Well, he's nothing like that. He's just a young man who he comes into class late. He was actually transferring to this school, and when he comes in, he says, my name's Kodaka, blah blah blah, and I'm a transfer student, and he loses his footing, and he staggers forward, and all the students think that he's attacked the teacher, and he's like, oh, the audacity! He's so brazen. He's a thug. Oh God, don't hurt us! And he forgot his book, and one of the students actually hands him her book, and just take my book. Don't hurt me. And from that point on, he's labeled as a persona non grata, and nobody wants to have anything to do with him. They just think that he is a bully, and he's not to be trusted or to have anything to do with. They just think that there is some just really horrible rumors going around about Kodaka. Later on, he meets Yozora. Yozora is a very multi-layered character, which you figure out. She's kind of a bitch, but she has a reason to be, and you feel sorry for her character, and I have a love-hate relationship with her character, but she means well. She's actually I think that her whole modus operandi for having the Neighbors Club to begin with is because of her attraction for Kodaka. But that's just a theory I have, and I actually read on Wikipedia that they're going to have a second season, which I hope they do, because this is really great anime. There are some scenes that kind of made me uncomfortable with Senna and Yozora, but actually you don't really feel that sorry for Senna, because she comes across as kind of a bimbo at some points and times, and you just think, you brought this upon yourself, you imbecile! How could you do that? But at least she has a nice character design, and she's got some flaws too. They all have their own little flaws, which is very interesting. Then you meet a young boy named Yukimura who abides by a samurai's code, and he's got a fetish for Kodaka. It's so funny. He admits that he would love to have the samurai lifestyle with him, and you think, whoa, yaoi alert! But it's really cute. And then you've got Maria. She's this 10-year-old girl. She's she's a genius and she runs all the activities around the school, but she's kind of a brat. She's a nun and she wears the sister's habit and she's very adorable, but she's just such a little snobby brat, and you just want to hate her. She kind of gets on my nerves sometimes, but I actually like Kabato, um, yeah, Kodaka's sis, his little sis, and she actually got more of the characteristics of um Kodaka's mom. And she's odd-eyed. She has one blue eye and one red eye, and I just thought that she was really neat. She loves anime, and she dresses up in a goth lolly costume, and she pretends that she's a vampire. She's always asking for sacrifices from her brother. So Kodaka always comes home with tomato juice for her so she can drink it. And he's so thoughtful. I mean, he's just a very likable big brother character that I think a lot of people can relate to, and he's just misunderstood just because of that one little mistake that he made, and it changed his whole entire life. But Yozora is actually, she is the caveat, I think, because what she does is she she's the one that implements the neighbors club to begin with, and just like that, instantly everything changes. She takes Kodaka's information without his permission, and then that whole neighbors club is started. And you learn later on why she does that, but it's very interesting because they take that first episode and then they go into her personal, more intimate headspace and her thoughts and her process, and it's very interesting, and you actually feel a little bit more sympathetic toward her, even though she is quite a bitch. But she's really not so bad. I mean, she has flaws just like the other characters do, but I really I have a tie of characters that I really like. I like Kodaka. I'll say that because he's just such a character full of integrity, and he's got a heart of gold, and he looks out for the girls and tries to keep them from killing each other, particularly Maria and Kabato, because they hate each other. It's so funny. I think that they like Kodaka, but they don't know how to really express their underlying emotions about that. But I like Rika. Rika, she's the only student that's a scientist, and the school actually, Senna's father had funded most of his money to go into a laboratory that was meant for her, and she does research and development and all these things in her spare time, but she likes hentai. She likes to write erotic fan fictions, and she's really into yaoi, and it's just so funny when she talks about Kodaka and Yukimura together when they're at the beach at that particular scene in the Excalibur moment. Oh my god, that part just absolutely made me die laughing. I was just laughing so hard. I couldn't stop laughing. I absolutely love Rika. Rika's she's a sensational character. I don't know why. I just love her. I mean, I don't care if she's a pervert, but she's just so funny. She's got some of the best lines in the entire series, and she's a pure girl with a very dirty mind, as she says, and she's a genius too. What more could you want? But it's so funny. She has, I think she has also a little lowly fetish too, because with Kabato, when Kabato turns into her alternate form, when she watches the last episode of her anime, she puts on shorts and a shirt and all this other accoutrement that she could wear when she was still going to grade school. She could still fit into her clothing even then. She's just a slow developer. That she's just a horrible character. She doesn't like Senna's advances to be her big sis. I think that the reason that Senna's doing that is because she's after Kotika's affections. But it's just interesting to see each character's interactions with Kotika, and it kind of presents itself as a harem anime. But it's just so much fun to watch, and I'm really looking forward to the next season, and I'm hoping that Funimation will do it. The last episode was just more of a fluff and filler, but it was around Robin. All the characters wrote a story together, and it was just all good fun. It really didn't add or detract anything from the storyline. All I can say about this series is I really enjoyed it, and it kind of had that Tenchi Muyo kind of feel to it, mixed with Genshiken, if I could equivocate it to anything. The characters are very likable. There are some scenes that'll kind of make your stomach turn a little bit, and you just feel like Yozura's being a major bitch to Senna, but it's just the way that she is. They just butt heads constantly, and there is always a scene with Senna running out of the room and saying, "Oh, you're the absolute worst! I hate you!" She runs out of the room crying. But it's just so much fun to watch. It's really an enjoyable series, and I'm glad I picked it up just a whim. And I think that the design on the DVD is really nice. This jewel case, and it's actually a dual pack. So if you have a Blu-ray player, then you can play it that way. And I like the cover on the inside because this is an alternate cover, but I'm going to take that out because I really like that photo there. Rika, so cute! I love Rika. But that is about all I have to say about Haganai. And I absolutely adore the theme song because it's got a good beat and you can dance to it. And there's a song at the very end that I wish I knew all the lyrics to it so I could actually sing it. But it's a sweet song. And believe it or not, I actually cried, and I wasn't expecting that. But when I give my rating, I give this anime, I would rank it up there with Genshiken. I like it that much. I would give it 4 stars and 2 thumbs way up. Even though Genshiken is probably my ultimate favorite anime of all time, next to, well, Armitage the Third, Tenchi Muyo the Third, The Girl with the Blue Eye, Akira. Well, I don't know. I can't really mention movies. These are going to be series. Kujibuki Unbalanced, the actual series itself. I can't really think of any other series I really enjoy. Well, see, Golf Force, yeah. Bubblegum Crisis. I've enjoyed both Bubblegum Crisis and Bubblegum 2040. They rank up there, but they're all in their own little genre in and of themselves. This would rank as comedy, but it has a little bit of something for everybody. It's slice of life, and I'm sure that there are characters in there that everybody can relate to. For instance, I can really relate with Yozura, even though I didn't really bully anybody. I didn't pick fights with boys. I just never quite really fit in. I think we can all gain from that, and it's just so ironic. The whole theme of the Neighbors Club is to make friends, and what they don't realize is they have already made some friends with each other, and then they still say, "Oh, we don't have any friends. Poor us." But it's just so unusually ironic and funny and satirical in that way. And I think it's kind of parodizing that, and there are a lot of breaking the fourth walls that I've noticed. Like they took a kind of a pot shot at Twilight, which I thought was hilarious. Just different kinds of aspects of popular culture and just funny stuff. And I know that he doesn't get mentioned that much, but Senna's dad. I don't know why, but I love him. He's just a tremendous character. Pegasus is amazing. And when he when he mentioned Pegasus, I thought Yu-Gi-Oh, and that just gave me some nice nostalgia, and it made me smile quite a bit. So he was one of my favorite villains. But other than that, I can't really say that terribly much about the series. Other than if you like this sort of thing, I would definitely recommend it. It's not for kids just because of the content. I mean, there's some nudity. Nudity is really nothing that big of a deal. I'm not really offended by it. I just, I don't really think of it that way. Um, it's just the actual content. Some of the innuendo. Yeah, the innuendo. Yes, I would say that the innuendo is of more of adult nature. Um, if you're watching it and you think you're of the age that you can actually uh, appreciate that kind of thing, then I say go for it. Even if you think that you might be a little bit young, I would still watch it because the animation is really pretty. I mean, it's just really beautiful, and the dubbing is just flawless, and it's just an enjoyable, likable, entertaining series. It's very short and sweet and funny, and of course touching too. Near the end of the series, I did not expect there to come a wave of emotion, and I thought, oh my god, I'm getting overclamped, but I did, and I can't help it. I do. I've done it before. Uh, that's pretty much all I have to say about Haganai. Shall see you next time, everybody. Live long and prosper.